Hi guys, Rahul this side on behalf of Revsportz, and now I'm here at the Varna football ground. In Goa, in every locality you will go or in every village you will go, you will get one such football ground. Whether it's well maintained, whether it's regularly maintained, that's not the case, but you will get one such football ground almost in every locality or gram panchayat. So that's the best thing about Goa, and it shows that how passionate this state is to football. So now I'm here at the Varna football ground, and you might ask why. Because I came here to cover the Mohun Bagan's training, their match day -1 training before they take on FC Goa tomorrow at the Fatorda Stadium at 5 p.m. And now this 5 p.m. kickoff, obviously now has become a concern for every player because it's May right now, and in Goa it's hot and humid. The temperature during the match will be around 34 to 35 degrees Celsius, and obviously it's very humid. It's not at all a comfortable weather for footballers to give their best on the pitch. So that is a big concern for Mohun Bagan players, even FC Goa players as well. We are speaking to Sergio Lobera, head coach of Mohun Bagan, and he told us that this weather condition in Goa is not new to him, because he has spent almost 3 to 4 years here in Goa while coaching FC Goa, and also when he was the head coach of Mumbai City FC during the COVID years of ISL, he was in Goa only. So he is very familiar with this kind of weather condition, but he has also agreed that it will be a difficult condition for players to give their all on the pitch. 5 p.m. kickoff, obviously a difficult time. Whether it would have been either 7:30 p.m. kickoff, then I don't think it would have been a big problem for the players. But keeping all those things aside, let's take a look at the current equation of the ISL points table. If you see, obviously East Bengal, they are at the top of the table, and then followed by Jamshedpur FC and then Mohun Bagan. But Mohun Bagan, they are at 20 points, but they have played 2 games less than Jamshedpur and 1 game less than East Bengal. So the game against Goa, if they can take 3 points, then again they will move to the top of the table and will take the advantage. Mohun Bagan, they are very much in there. Obviously they are the strong contender for the ISL title, and if they can achieve the title this year as well, they will make the hat trick of ISL title, and which is unprecedented, which will be historic for sure. But for that, we need to see the old convincing Mohun Bagan back in the ISL that we haven't seen so far in this ISL. If you take the first 4 games, obviously they have dominated their position, but they have dominated their opponents, but those opponents were not that strong. When the games against stronger opponents came, like Bengaluru FC, Mumbai City FC, then Jamshedpur FC, the struggle of Mohun Bagan was evident. Against Bengaluru they lost point, against Mumbai City they lost at their home turf, against Jamshedpur also they played out a 1-1 draw. But in the last 2 games, obviously Mohun Bagan was lucky. Against Punjab FC, despite not a convincing performance, they got 3 points. Against Northeast United FC, that rain-fed game, obviously Northeast played better in the second half, but still Mohun Bagan walked off the pitch with 3 points. So those 6 points were crucial for the Green and Brown Brigade. But now 4 games remaining on their hand, and they need to win all of those 4 games, because obviously there is East Bengal, there is Jamshedpur who are pushing them in the title race. So all those 4 games are now must win for Mohun Bagan. But to win all those 4 games, Mohun Bagan need to bring back that convincing display. So now it's the question whether against Goa tomorrow Mohun Bagan can again show that convincing display or not that we haven't seen so far in this ISL. Now another question arises, as Mohun Bagan have played their last game last month on 20th against Northeast United FC, and now they are again coming back to action after almost 20 days. So whether it will disrupt the flow of the team, or it will act as an advantage, or it will refresh every player's mind, and they will step onto the pitch tomorrow as a refreshed, as rejuvenated side, that also remains to be seen. But obviously, as I've already mentioned, the weather will be a factor. 5 p.m. kickoff, 34 to 35 degrees Celsius, not easy at all. For FC Goa, obviously they will be playing with the 2 of their foreigners, Dejan Dragic and obviously Paul Moreno. Apart from them, they have players like Sandesh Jingan, Akash Sangwan, Ayush Chetri, Bryson Fernandez, Udanta Singh, Mohammad Nemil, a lot of young talents. But if you ask me who are the favourite, for sure on paper Mohun Bagan are the clear favourite for this game. But again, we'll have to see whether the way Mohun Bagan have prepared so far, the way Mohun Bagan have planned so far for this game, whether they can execute it or not within that 90 minutes. Because again, coming back to action after 19 days is not that easy. So it remains to be seen whether we'll see that old Mohun Bagan back tomorrow against FC Goa or not. For Mohun Bagan, obviously there were few injury concerns related to Apuia and Alberto Rodriguez a few days back, but now both of them are fully fit. Alberto Rodriguez most likely to start tomorrow against FC Goa, but doubts are still on Apuia because Apuia suffered a hamstring injury. Now he is fully fit, but keeping on mind about the upcoming fixtures. Mohun Bagan playing tomorrow, then again they have a game on 12th May against Inter Kashi, just 2 days gap in between, and then on 17th May they will have to play that high voltage Kolkata derby, and obviously in those two games Sergio Lobera can't even imagine his midfield without Apuia's presence. So whether Lobera will reserve Apuia for the last 3 games, or he will take risks with Apuia, who just recovered from a hamstring injury in tomorrow's game against FC Goa. So that also remains to be seen. If Apuia doesn't play, then most likely beside Anirudh Thapa, Sahal Abdul Samad can play or Deepak Tangri can play. As Mohun Bagan, we have seen that Sergio Lobera most of the games is using all 3 of his foreigners in the attacking lineup. Tomorrow also I expect him to use Jason Cummings, Robson, Robinho and Macklin in the front 3, and in the back obviously Alberto Rodriguez to lead his defense. And obviously I think it's going to be an intriguing game because FC Goa, they obviously they will be playing with 2 foreigners. Obviously advantage for Mohun Bagan, who are with all of their foreign quota, 6 of their foreigners, they can use 4 of them. But still this FC Goa team, it will be a tricky challenge for sure for Mohun Bagan. I know FC Goa, they are still mathematically in the title contention, but they are very much behind in the race. But they have nothing new to achieve in this ISL because they have already secured their AFC spot by winning the Super Cup. But still the way they have been playing in this ISL so far have been really impressive. Players like Nemil, Bryson Fernandez, every game they are proving themselves on the pitch. So once again, it's not going to be an easy game for Mohun Bagan. If you look at head-to-head or Mohun Bagan stats at the Fatorda Stadium in the last few games, if you go back to Super Cup, Mohun Bagan, they played out a draw, a goalless draw against East Bengal in the derby, the last group stage game of the Super Cup, and after which they were knocked out of the Super Cup, and then before that they played out another frustrating draw against Dempo. So no wins in the last 2 games. And then if you look at last ISL game that they have played against FC Goa at the very ground, then if you look back, that was a defeat for Mohun Bagan, 2-1 defeat for Mohun Bagan. So not a good memory for the Brilliant Brigade, but Sergio Lobera and his boys will be looking to turn the memory in their favor in tomorrow's game. So that's it for now. What's your prediction for tomorrow's game? If Mohun Bagan versus FC Goa, let us know in the comment section below. And for more ISL update, stay tuned to Revsportz. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.